moving to. We got to get that
Absolutely right.
as individuals. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's bigger than us.
Facts. Oh,
You right on with it, nigga. He got his thing set up like that.
This is my Telegram group.
I
Like
don't know what that is.
Telegram is like it's like a messaging app, like WhatsApp almost.
Oh, okay, okay. Same
It's like
thing.
WhatsApp, yeah. But it's a little different. You can host meetings and everything, and have voice chats and all that. You can do that in WhatsApp too, though.
Yeah. See, I don't, yeah.
So this is just where the world moving. Like and I can show y'all every article and everything. Like we're not about to have bank accounts anymore. We're gonna have digital wallets, and everything gonna be in your digital wallet. This is from the U.S. Faster Payments Council. .org. You can look at the U.S. Faster Payments Council.org in support of digital wallets. They already got you. They already got you using QR codes, right? Everywhere you go, you scanning the QR code. That's how you're gonna be spending your money within next year. And we're not paying attention. We think this is not happening, but it's happening.
should I already do that in some regards, like in Apple Pays and pays like that.
32 years ago, right? 1993. I can show you a video where they're talking about this. They didn't want to use a credit card at Burger King for $3.20. That was 32 years ago. What is the Masonic Order? 33, right? Next year is 33. 32 years this year, they came out with the stable coins, the Genius app. You can look that up.
He's ready. Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's installment of Collective Conversations, our roundtable series that brings community voices, business insights, and real world issues together, featuring guest speakers each session, which inspires growth, connection, and practical solutions for everyday life. Today, for our special guest, we have Mr. Lorenzo Anderson, digital assets expert, HVAC technician, and entrepreneur. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. How y'all doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. So we'll just start off by, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the endeavors that you get into?
Well, I'm Toots. You know, I don't really like to go by that anymore because that's the past me. I like to go by my former name now, Lorenzo Anderson, because I've transformed my life. So, and I've transformed it to an HVAC technician, into investing into digital assets and studying the banking industry. That's where I'm at with everything now. You know.
All right, nice, nice, nice. So on the digital side, your digital currencies, how did you get started into that?
It basically just fell into my lap. One day I was on social media and somebody mentioned ISO 222. It's a messaging system that's coming out that all banks will speak the same language. So, and I just went and studied it and went and researched it because we have a computer in our hands. And I took economics before while I was incarcerated. And I took macro and microeconomics. So I knew a little bit what Swift banking was. So I went deep dive and I see what was happening and I went full fledged.
Okay, was there something that stuck out to you that made you get that feeling of like, oh, I need to go ahead and research this. I need to get into that.
When I've seen the big players, the big money moving, I'm following the big money.
Great.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's all it is following the money. You take your little money, follow the big money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what I learned as a hustler growing up. You know, follow what the people with the most money doing, follow their moves, and that's how you make money. Yeah. You don't do what the little man doing, you do what the big man doing. Follow the rich guy moves, and then you become successful. You know, you follow their habits, their traits. Yeah. You know, you live below your means, within your needs, and invest, because investing is the key to making money. Because money is a currency; it's meant to flow, not meant to save.
Mm-hmm. Which is very evident because the top 1% are most of them up there, if not all, are either business owners or investors. That's typically how the most wealthy individuals make their income. A lot of the time is through investing. So that is something that is very evident.
Yeah.
I'm speaking on like the digital currency side and things like that. Can you just speak a little bit about that? Because there are some individuals that may not know what that is, routes to get into it, things like that.
Well, it's a lot to really dive into. So the basis of all of this is blockchain technology. basically the new internet where everything is transmutable. You can see every transaction. I call it the honor system because you can see all transactions made, and it keeps the fraud out. You know what I'm saying? So people talk about social identity. It is the blockchain because if you ain't got nothing, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about because that's basically what blockchain is. But then you get these digital assets. Those to operate, that's how you operate inside of the blockchain.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we call it crypto, but that's just another word but the people in power don't call it crypto. They call it digital assets now because this is where the world moving. Because it's basically the new internet. We went from Web one and we're going to Web two. We went to Web two. Now we're going to Web three, the internet of value. See, Web two was like social media and all of that text and play. The first one was the dial-up internet and all of that. That was Web one. Then we went to all of these social media platforms. Now we're going to the Web three, the internet of value. It's the data is the new oil. We're gonna own our own data. See these digital wallets. We're gonna connect our digital wallets to the blockchain. You're not gonna have a bank account. So when you connect your digital wallet to the blockchain, you own your data.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? So
I got you.
so that's basically the emphasis of blockchain. It's all blockchain. Cryptocurrency is blockchain.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? And that crypto is just to operate inside of that certain blockchain.
Gotcha. So inside of that, like, are there different sectors within that? I know kind of how you say like cryptocurrency is just one name for it. Are there different sectors inside of that, such as like the banking system? You got your checking, you got your savings, you got your retirement. Like, are there different sectors inside of that kind of the counterparts?
You have different types of blockchains. You got your gaming sector of blockchain. You got your utility side of blockchain. You know, the utility side is basically UK use cases, your banking and like the housing market is going to like real world assets. They call them RWAs. They're going to tokenize all real world assets. They're already moving onto the blockchain, the real estate market. You can BYN Mellon just came out with an article yesterday talking about tokenization of real world assets. So and then you got something called decentralized finance, like where you can lend your money and become your own bank and get 20% APY, 15% APY on your stable coin. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like different sectors, like your utility side of cryptocurrency. That's your XRP. That's the ledger. That's going to run all banks around the world. They're going to watch all of the transactions. It's going to be a digital accounting ledger. Like I can go deep. I'm trying to do asking me these questions.
And I guess that's to interrupt, but that's the thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about now, like legal things, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all
stuff like that. So just getting back in when you said before, though, I mean, your words, not mine. Being a hustler, right? But you was very smart. So tell me about like when we talk about smart being schooling. Was school something that you grasped very easily?
It was math was something I grasped
Right, very easily.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I had. I couldn't take authority. I'm not. I don't like authority, so I didn't stay in school long.
Right.
I dropped out in the ninth grade.
But see, but it has nothing to do with your intelligence.
Nah.
Look, I mean, you look at the things you're diving into now.
Yeah.
I'm proud to have you here. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I
I
think
appreciate
being
you
here,
being
mate, really. I mean, I knew you as Toots.
Yeah.
I told you with a smile on your face all the time, right? It's like this now.
Yeah.
But no longer would I call you that.
Yeah.
I'm Lorenzo Anderson, and that's what I would call you because that's respect, right?
First black governor of West Virginia.
That's it. That's respect.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's respect, and I think that's one of the things that that's why we have you here.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff you're talking about, I really don't understand it.
Yeah,
And it's
no.
okay, but because I don't understand it doesn't mean that we can't talk about it.
One thing about it, it's not that you don't understand it now just because you haven't learned it yet.
Right. Okay.
We can learn. We can do anything we put our minds to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
you said that. I mean, you said that even when you were talking, right? Because if you had put forth the effort to this, right? Is this right? Is this really just changing lanes?
Yeah.
Right or wrong? It's just
Right.
changing lanes.
It's all.
And a lot of people could change lanes. I mean, it's just some other things that go in.
You know why people don't change lanes because it's a culture. Like we so worried about what other people think. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of young men right now, they want to keep up with the masses, want to do what everybody else doing instead of doing what's best for them and their family.
Right.
You know.
Right. I mean, it's tough. I mean,
It's tough because you got to once you get out of the space of worrying about what people think about you in life, like Because you're not gonna. It's 8 billion people on this planet.
Right.
I only need a couple people to like me. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I need. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm moving with God in me.
So, yeah, I mean, amen. So not get so toots, right?
Yeah.
The smiling toots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But was it a smile inside?
Yeah, always. It was always a light inside. I had to go through that. One thing about God, man, or the journey in life, we have to go through something before we be something. Because we got to be an Indian before we be a chief. Adversity is the greatest teacher. Success is the shortest lesson.
I mean, it is. It's just.
Mm-hmm. You feel
but you know, I know your age. I'm not gonna say it.
Y'all 42.
But when does they kick in? What does it mean?
It's everybody's alarm clock go off at different times.
Right. I just
you know what I'm saying?
You blew me away when we first talked.
Yeah.
You know, when we came in here, knew your name was Anderson.
Yeah.
Never took it to your uncles, which I know very well. I went to college with both of them. You know, I mean, rest in peace to your Uncle Sean. I mean, great man, great man. Mike too. It's just, but you see those things, role models in that way, right? But then we want to go our own way. I'm not saying you per se, but we want to all go our own way, regardless of what we see in front of us.
But that's the journey of life.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's the greatness that God gave us, though, the willpower that He gave us to be able to get out here and learn and do your own thing and create your own experience and create your own walk. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Going back real quick, uncles you had, great uncles.
Yeah, they was great.
But that's what I'm saying.
That was my foundation, though.
Were we told? Because I mean, I believe that. I believe this as far in my life, the mistakes I made, I was warned. Plenty of time.
I used to have to run from them when I see them in the red brush. I be hanging out. I run.
But you know, but
because that was just I wanted to take my own. Like I told you, I was a little rebellious.
Right.
You see, I got this red beard.
We'll see, but and my thing, but see, when I seen you, I didn't see you know, yeah, when you was clean cut when I was there, last time I seen. But that's the thing, that's the journey that we do take, right? It's not only your journey, like I said before. Even though we walked in two different paths as far as our shoes, right?
Yeah,
doesn't mean that we still don't get off path.
You still,
you know what I mean? And I think we do. I've gotten off path in my life as well. I mean, regardless of fact. But I think so much we match up what somebody does, like you said before, and then either people pleasing in one way or just trying to chase something that maybe not something that's just good for us.
Exactly.
Money. I'm not saying money is evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The love of money is evil, right? But money is evil. You know what I mean? But the love of money is evil. But to tell me a little bit about, you know, like you said before, about your journey, right, of learning. Because like you said, if you dropped out at the 9th grade, where are you learning now? Where were you learning from then on?
The streets.
Wow.
Streets in prison. 17 to 18, 22 to 28, 32 to 39. That's where I learned how to be a man at. It ain't where you been, it's where you going.
Yeah, of course. Because you said courses, you told me courses that you taken.
Yeah.
Right.
I took all that in prison.
Right, and you learned a lot.
Yeah, because prison, like, you know, sometimes the good Lord got to set you down.
Yeah, you're right.
It don't matter where He set you down at.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because people get caught up on the timing of man, but it is God's timing with everything. We forget that. You know what I'm saying? We think we got to be here at this certain place in life. We got to be here, but it's God's time, and we forget that as human beings.
Yeah, man.
Once you can strap down in that, come on, man.
Talk about seasons.
Yeah. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes 13:3.
Exactly.
I grew up in the church. Now I can give you this verse by verse. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up in this. I had to go through what I went through.
And I think now looking back when you say you have yourself here, you know what I mean? When you say that, I look when I went astray. But it's always, you know, people think it always has to be some kind of underworld thing. You go, no, you go straight when you go your own way. You know what I mean? There is a way that seems right to a man, right? But in the end, it leads to destruction.
Yeah.
Because it seems right to me. But that doesn't mean it seems right to someone else. Or it seems right to what God wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing that we match up. And that's how I always did it.
Yeah.
You know, in order to do the things I did, as long as I wasn't as cruddy as the cruddy person I knew, I was good. That's the wrong way to think. You understand? That's the wrong way to think, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Like different things.
But this when you out there, survival of the fittest.
Right.
So you thinking at a low level mindset.
Exactly. You know, you're right. You're right.
When you think in that low level mindset, but when we practice it, when we practice in high level and God and spiritual and God light, we not gonna move like that. Cause we want to treat every man alike. Cause we are all God's children. Tells that in the Tower of Babel. I speak about that every day. I go into 5 homes every day, and I tell that story 5 times a day.
Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babel.
Right. Right.
We're all God's children.
Right.
He created us all equally. God is just inside of us. We forget that. We searching everywhere around it. We ain't got to be in church because the church is wherever you go. It ain't the journey. It's the destination.
That's the dwelling. That's the dwelling.
It's just the dwelling.
Right.
But we get caught up in it nowadays. We got too many churches in this small town of Beckley. Why? We want to be a community. Why we got so many churches and we only got 5 members in each church, 10 members in each church? Tell me that. And we're supposed to be coming together.
That's a question I can't answer.
I know you can't.
But I can't answer.
I know you can't answer but you see what I'm saying, though, right?
Right. I just think, with me, it's just like we can answer that question. You go out and do something about it, right? I mean, and get you on. Like, we didn't even talk about this. I didn't know you were going to get deep. Like, which good.
This is how I well, that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm passionate about where I'm going in my life.
So I don't think this is I don't think this is something. I mean, sometimes there's called a divine appointment, right? You wasn't here yesterday, you were here today. I think sometimes that's how it works in life. I mean, for us, it does that way. You know what I mean? And I'm just overtaken by the fact. But then again, you said you had the roots already. You know what I mean? You had the roots already. They say train up a child. Now that goes different ways. Yeah. Train up a child the way you should go. He was not apart from it. But see, guess what though? What if we never trained? What if you never trained that way? See, that's the whole thing we talk about. You never do. Like, if I was trained to do bad, right, as a kid, I may never depart from it. If we always think that it's like that we're good because sometimes that's how it is. But look what he did. But look what he's saying. I mean, he's saying he grew up in the church. You know what I mean? The thing. Now look, he's back, but that means we don't stray off like that. Like I said, I did the same thing. You know what I mean? Different things like that. But like I said, it's a powerful message you have. You know what I mean? About I want to get back into the digital because I don't. Like I said, I'm gonna shut up and let you talk. And let you get into it. You know what I mean? Really get into it because that's what we're here for. You the one. We celebrate you. We celebrate Lorenzo Anderson. Celebrate what the life that led then and living now. Because like you said, you told me what is it? It ain't about what the past. It's about what?
About where we going.
That's exactly right. So let us know. I'm gonna shut up.
If I could ask just one question,
yes, sir,
about the digital currency. So in your view, like I understand that everything's going that way.
Yes, sir.
In your view right now, do you view it as a investment opportunity or is just something that we need to gain education on so that we're prepared for the future or both?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. I believe both. Because right now you can transform your family's life fast food money.
Right.
For real. I ain't been putting a lot of money. I've been working, man, since I've been out of prison. $20 here, $30 here for the last 2.5 years. But I built my units up. I call the tokens. I built my units up to a substantial level. And I set my DeFi systems up, my decentralized finance. That's what DeFi means, that I can make passive income for the rest of the next 100 years.
Through your
digital assets. Good. Through the Genius. See, and this is legal through the Genius Act. You can look it up. Right. This is law.
Yeah.
Through the United States. Now, we're not the United States corporation anymore. We're going back to the 1776 Republic. That's what Donald Trump is doing. We're getting off of the corporate banking structure, the credit debt. We're getting off of that. We don't even learn this no more. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just my favorite up, but no. But no, I'm saying.
No, we don't need to be. I'm not trying to knock nothing.
Well, I don't mean like it's important.
No, but because this is old. We're going to new. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what the things we need to learn because we're going to have something called. You can look up HR 25 Fair Tax Act. All of these things I'm telling you because I research and I talk about this. I don't have to come with notes because I got it right here. In this big old head. And I do it every day. I go on TikTok live from 8:30 at night to 11. From 8:30 Eastern time after I leave football practice with my kids, I'll be on TikTok to about 11:30 at night. Then I got banned the other night talking about BY and Mellon in there because they're tokenizing real world assets, RWAs. And BY and Mellon has a deep partnership with this country. deep partnership. They own a lot of gold. We're going back to a treasury dollar. You can be in a digital system, but we still gonna have cash. I can show you the picture of the new money if my phone were recorded. You feel? No, I'm just saying, like, this is where it's going. Like, you can look up Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. He passed the bill May 27th of this year, talking about gold and silver as legal tender. See, they don't talk about these things. They want to keep you distracted. You know what I'm saying? They keep us distracted and they make moves. That's what it's all about. But they tell us in movies because they have to tell us about these things called karmatic law. They got to depict us real life in the movies called predictive programming. You feel what I'm saying? You got ChatGPT? Anybody got ChatGPT?
Oh, yeah.
So go ask ChatGPT how many times Donald Trump has said central casting. He's telling they acting out revelations right now. This is modern day revelations. We live in it. They acting it out. Same thing with the Charlie Kirk situations and everything. I ain't gonna get to.
Well, no, I mean,
but you can Google this too. On September the 10th at 11 a.m., this Minnesota Credit Union, St. Cloud Financial, launched the first stablecoin in the United States. You seen that?
I did myself.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What happened on September the 10th?
Well, I seen that. I didn't look into it too deep. I'm not very knowledgeable.
No, not about the digital assets. What else happened on September the 10th? Yeah, Charlie Kirk.
Okay. And I think, a lot of that, like you said before, I don't believe coincidence. That's just not me. But I mean, a lot of those things, you'd have to look in those lanes to see, right? I mean, that's it. But sometimes the way we put things, right, either it scares people or, then they don't understand or, things like that. So those things. So how are you getting better at that as far as, how to disseminate your communication, right?
To individuals?
Exactly right. Exactly.
I tell them just don't pay attention to the things that's going on because it's distraction. Because just protect your home. That's all you got to do. Just stay at home and turn off the media. I don't really pay attention to the media.
So no media. I get you. I'm with that. But what about how we being versed? Because like I said before, we had just talked about biblically, right? The truth is the Bible, right? So tell me, maybe I don't want to put it on the equivalent of the Bible, but tell me where I can get some resources, right?
For this grass and stuff.
Exactly right. Because so then we can't. So
you
then
know where you can get it from? Your phone is a computer. You can Google ISO.
Okay. So
222. An individual can Google the ISO 222. An individual can Google the Genius Act.
Right.
An individual can Google the Clarity Act, which is about to be law. And the Clarity Act, well, that's the final nail in the coffin.
So like I was saying before we started, now I'm glad you told us those because that's where we can start.
Yeah.
But now the context. Remember, I was telling about the Bible about definitely the context of what a scripture says, right? And then trying to put it to today's age.
Yeah.
So the context would be to go back, right? Now you're saying to go back into history, right? To get to that, to the what you call it again? The global. What was that thing you call it? You use so many words. I wish I had an opinion. I could write this stuff down. You come with some stuff. I can't even think what you're talking about, but definitely something that this is something you got in your head. We ain't got it in our head.
Yeah. I've been studying this for the last 2.5 years.
That's right. And man, you can see you passionate about it. And that's what I said. So how can you knock a man that's passionate about something that's put the research in?
Yeah.
We might be in two different lanes of thinking about it, but that doesn't mean that it could definitely be coming with facts.
Yeah.
You come with facts, it doesn't matter.
So basically all blockchain technology too. Basically all the person has to do, we got a phone, right? You can go to YouTube University. You can research all of that on YouTube University. Okay. You can go, you can put in, I advise anybody to just start with a 7-minute video on blockchain technology. Just watch your video on blockchain technology. It's going to break it down to what it is. Then once you do that, it's something called ISO 222. It's only live in the United States.
Okay.
It went live July 14th with FedNow. They ain't gonna even tell you about that. FedNow working with over 2,500 credit unions right now. I can show you the live participants.
But see, and that's the stuff we were speaking of. And that's not I don't think there's anything wrong with getting the research and have. I mean, really, we need to know, right? I mean, we need to know. Yeah. I mean, somebody like me, though, I'm telling you.
I can give you all of these websites to read the people we can post on.
But you have a website too, right?
My Telegram with Prisoner Blockchain.
Is what
I got an ebook.
Ebook. I like it.
ebook.
I like it.
Okay,
Tell a little bit about the ebook.
Yeah, I got an ebook. It's called Prison of Blockchain, and it breaks down blockchain technology and the digital assets that I invest in that I know that's building the banking system.
Okay.
You know, it is, and it gives you a breakdown of blockchain technology. It's $9.99 because this is the year of complete spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? I believe in spirituality.
Okay.
And, you know, that's how I move now. I believe in, you know, I feel like I am a God. I'm a generator, operator, and destroyer in my essence of being. This is my last travels on this planet. This is hell to me right now. When we pass away, our heart supposed to be lighter than a feather. Right? That's what God said. When you measure your heart, when we go to the pearly gate, supposed to be lighter than the feather. And when I leave this earth, my heart gonna be lighter than the feather because I'm giving back this information for the public. But my ebook is $9.99 because this is the year of the completion of the old me going into the new me, the first Black governor of West Virginia.
Right.
I'm gonna take my wealth, my crypto wealth, and rebuild these communities. It ain't about me; it's about the people.
Right.
You know, you want to do it for the people, make the people happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what you're supposed to. That's what God did. That's what Jesus did. It's for the people. We all want to do things for us, but it ain't about us. It's about inspiring other individuals. That's the highest level of I forget, but the inspiration is the highest level you can go when you're inspiring individuals. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that slowly but surely, inspiring individuals by these young men by going out here and working and showing I can do a better thing. And that's what I created with my ebook is showing that I can do something different. You know, showing people about blockchain technology, inspiring individuals. You know what I'm saying? But for $9.99, you can't beat that to transform your life and get in time and get all this information I got in my head. Because people for the information I got in time. So, you know, I'm saying I'm giving this people for $9.99. Then it's fast food money to invest into these digital assets. I'm talking about we go to McDonald's and Wendy spend $15, $20, and I can show you could go spend that. I can show you can take your $20 and I can show you how to make it 20,000.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you. So you said you had children, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me, not getting under the hood, but just talk to me as one of your kids about these things. What are we talking about? Not I don't want you to get personal, but just talk to me if I was one of your children. Talk to me where are we going with this as far as with digital assets? Where are we going with this?
I tell them about it, you know.
Yeah, right. I mean, but I know you got to give them to spoon feed them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that.
See, but
that's about me. That's like
really, I don't really talk to my kids about it. I just got them set up in the trust. My son just followed my lead, and he sent me $20 every other week to invest for him. My oldest son.
Why? If you now I'm your son. Why should I? Right? I mean, I'm doing some business, but why? But
I see where you're going with it. Okay. My bad.
I'm not trying. I'm just
cool. I love it, man. You ain't putting me on the spot. I love this. I'm doing this. I'm good for it tough, man.
Yeah, that's right. So you know, tell me.
Why would you? Okay, you're my son. I'm talking to you like you're my son.
Right.
So why should you invest in this? All right, because like. Yeah, I would start here, like, the investments are changing. You feel what I'm saying? This is the first time that us as individuals will be able to invest in something. Before, it would be hard for us individuals to invest.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want you to learn the law of money, son. You know what I'm saying? Money is meant to, not you work for money.
Gotcha.
So you work for the money now and invest it so you ain't got to work when you get older, my age.
That's a gem. That's a gem to give. You know what I'm saying? That to me, yeah. I thank you that. That's a good one. No, you're right though. But but we
but that's why I'm
so late in the game.
Yeah.
With it, not saying it's over, but we so late in the game with it. But that's why I said, you know, I think it's a mixed pot.
Yeah,
I really do. I mean, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, I know you're down in credit, but you know what I'm saying. But that's all we know for now.
Because we're financial illiterate.
Exactly.
I must say this, and I'm not trying to throw a race card in the picture because I believe all of us are God's children, but it was designed to keep certain class financial illiterate. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't know about finances, how can you grow? All we know is to consume.
Right.
When you are a consumer-based individual, how do you know how to invest? You know, all you want to do is look good for somebody. When then the culture is portrayed to always want to look good and always look at my work boots. I run around like this every day. My kids ask me the other day, why you wear these same pants every day, same stuff? Because I can. I'm working every day. I'm trying to make some money.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if you follow the YouTube, but I think it was a couple pro athletes, former pro athletes, getting into an argument about that. One was talking about, like you said, buying the fancy car, why
Yeah.
do that, and then it doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
When the other one was saying, listen, you could do this and actually even have a G wagon, but it's still working for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's those kind of things. I mean, but we have to break away from the pleasing the masses and get more into what you're saying, right? I mean,
a lot of people, and the reason I say this, I was a part of that, wanted to be a people pleaser, wanted to have the nicest pants, nice pair of Jordans, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We all have to go through that. But once you wake up, Dick Gregory said this. I know you know who Dick Gregory is.
oh yeah, yeah.
Dick Gregory said, once you got the magic glasses on, you can't unsee.
Right.
You can't unsee it, but I can't make y'all believe what I see. I can tell you about it.
Right.
I can't make you believe it.
Right.
But I'm standing 10 toes down on what I believe in.
Right. And a lot of it is that, and you know that a lot of it that's this Bible, but a lot of it is the showing of it as well through our fruit, right? The showing of it as well, and that's where you said about the trend, because now you HVAC technician too, right? Tell me about that journey.
Oh man, I learned that. It was kind of unfortunate how I got here. I love working on stuff. Ever since I was a kid, I always liked working on things and doing things like that. So I went the first time I was in prison. I took HVAC. I got out. I ain't used. I started hustling again. You know what I'm saying? I said I had another run in me.
Right.
But my mother's passed in one passed in August of 2014. One passed in September 2014.
Sorry.
You know, Miss Anderson, she passed in September. My dad's mom passed in August, right behind each other. And they raised me. You know, so like right after that, I'm like, man, I gotta get out the streets. This is 2014, so I started going to Valley College down here. On the house, was that Roxyburg? So I go to Valley College. They had the HVAC program, so I'm like, I'm gonna refresh myself, go to take this again, where I get out the streets. Cause I already had my certification,
Right.
but I was knee deep in the streets, knee deep. I ain't gonna talk about it, but I wasn't even knee deep. I was probably neck deep.
Right. But you know, but that's the thing. That's the and also the mindset of what trying to break away from that too, right?
And that's what I was doing. I was remodeling houses at the time too. At that certain time, so I was like, man, I gotta get out the street. My prayer warrior's gone, so I started going to school at Valley College for HVAC. Right before I was about to finish, they kicked in my door, waved the fofo. It took me down. You know what I'm saying? But then while I was incarcerated, I was working facilities that did HVAC too.
Oh well.
You know. We didn't do nothing but change some fan motors and some capacitors and little things like that, but it got us to move around.
It's the effort.
Yeah.
The effort.
Yeah.
Right? The effort to want to go in that direction though, right? Right? I mean, that's what I'm hearing, from what you're saying.
I got my Class A CDLs in federal prison. I can drive trucks right now.
So let me ask you, like I said, never been to prison. I'm just saying, but I'm gonna ask you a question. Never been to prison, okay?
Yeah.
So these programs are available.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all available, right? Does everybody? I know some dumb question, but does everybody take advantage of those?
Not everybody don't take advantage of it. And somebody and everybody's not. Something like the CDL program, everybody's not allowed to take it because then some people mess it up. They get in there and mess it up for themselves.
Right. So we still sometimes, no matter street, prison, wherever, getting in our own way, right? Is what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
So it's the dedication, right? Because there's a lot of things going to make. Like I said, never really. I mean, I haven't been there, but I'm just saying, took a tour of it. But it seems like, you know, what I mean, I'm not trying to get in prison, but all I'm saying, it's not that. I just want to know. Right? How do you stay on the straight and narrow inside, knowing that there's a goal out here too?
I ain't gonna say I was fully straight and narrow, and I didn't get caught. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But you be
But one thing about while I was in there though, I stayed in compliance. I wasn't a inmate. I was a convict. It's a difference. You feel what I'm saying? Like I kept my suit, everything looking right how I was supposed to do. I did my job the way I was supposed to do. Then I broke the rules behind their back. And then if I got caught, certain times they let me go because they knew what type of person I was. You feel what I'm saying? And then I ain't telling nobody. I stayed in my lane and did what I was supposed to do as an individual. They asked me to do something. Yes, sir, I got you. We need to do this. Boop, boop, boop. Kept the unit clean, kept the bathrooms clean. Go work in the child hall, do all that what I need to do. I was a perfect inmate in their eyes, but then after that, I'm breaking the rules behind their back. That's called being in compliance.
Okay, so tell me when you stop being in compliance and start being right, because that's what you've done.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get this right. That's because you know what you said. I talked to you yesterday, right? You was on the job. What do you say? The man's on the job, right? Busy. You know what I'm saying? Busy. But you said, I'm on the right path now.
Yeah.
That's what you told me. I'm on the right path now. You know what I mean? you know, there'll be a day
Mm-hmm.
where you won't have to say that anymore
Mm-hmm.
because you'll be walking that path. You'll
And
be
then,
doing
but
right.
I know out here in the streets though, like whatever squash the earth will come to light. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I know if I and like I was telling you before we started recording it, I'm not blocking my blessings. I know if I go hurt somebody directly, I'm still hurting somebody else indirectly, and that'll block my blessings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's all wrong in God's eyes. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta walk spiritually, godly, however you want to put it. You gotta walk in the right path and treat man how you everybody equally. Treat them right.
Because time is something we can't get back.
You can't get it back.
You know what I mean? Especially when you have kids, you know what I mean? I think you know this. I mean, you all, if you have been know, you will know. It's like that time, man. I mean, that time in the room with them. It's just like it means way more than going out and get a new pair of Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
We like the Jordans.
We love them, yeah.
But it's the time that you spend. You know, you'll never get. You know, you'll never forget it. I mean, and that's the thing.
And that's why I quit my job really to move back to West Virginia, to be with my kids and to rebuild communities and be on these platforms like this.
Right.
I share my story because before my best friend was unalive, we rode past the little boys' home going to the mall. He said, "Man, we should go to school, be counselors." I like why you say that. He's like, "Man, we got testimony. Kids want to hear people like us. They want to hear from people like us because we've been through it." And now I'm walking in the path through him. You know what I'm saying? Walking that journey. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got angels watching over me because I dream about him every day, every night. A good day in my dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In my subconscious, and watching over me and pushing me towards be the greatest. My name will be spoke for the next 100 years, man.
But I mean, like I said, I'm just not there.
And they pushing me in that path. You know that's why I've learned these things. You think this shit this came to me, man? This is ancestral. My people want me to go through this out because I want to do it for y'all, for everybody around me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't about me.
No, and that's what we learned. I mean, we learned that. I mean, be humble. We learned to be on that path as well. I mean, and then like I said before, so just getting back again, like you said before. So you said, about being compliant, right? How do we can be compliant without having to even worry about it? Because that's it. If we're doing the right thing, we don't have to worry about it.
You know what I mean?
Because now the rules don't matter. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Not being biblical, but that's what the Old Testament was. The Old Testament was basically they giving us the set of laws in order to go by because of course Jesus hadn't came in, but to get a set of rules that we had to. It doesn't do away with them when Jesus came, but it just encapsulates all those as well. So now we're not so much looking at a list of rules. We're just doing it because we love God, with all our heart, all our soul, and then love our neighbors. We love thyself. The two greatest commandments. That's what we're doing, right? Sounds like to you, he's working. He's working on you. He's working on me. He's working on everybody. That right. It's that one of the things. Do you feel though? Do you feel that there's things pushing? You know what I mean? As far as going down this rabbit hole that you called with assets, how are you to decipher? You know what I mean? What to go down, what not.
It's what has to be deciphered is the we got a choice in the chain. We got a decision to make. It's human beings have our own free will power. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's that we choose the right in that moment or whatever. Which it's gonna take me here if I do this. And this gonna take me here if I do this. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta look down the road.
Right.
Life's a journey. So
right.
So if I know if I end up doing this, it might not happen. If I do this, I might end up being in jail. If I get away with it, do I want to take that chance? But if I go over here and I'm only making $20 an hour and I'm gonna be out here, I'm gonna take this chance. You know what I'm saying? It's all about which chance.
You lose a lot of friends, right?
Yeah. Well, who would you work for more, your friends or your family, or your children? Because you're gonna be friends all the time, but your children gonna need you.
You're right. I think, like you said, it's a journey. One of those things you said it's a journey, but you had to take that chance. You know what I mean? And everybody doesn't have to take the right road, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, for that narrow path, sometimes that leads to righteousness, but the broad way leads to destruction. We don't know it because guess what happens? Sometimes we get caught out there. I was saying it before. I said it before. Like if the ocean would what God created for us to have for us, right? But there's the evil one sitting in there, sitting in the water, wanting us to take a ride. You know what I mean, on the paddle boat, right? We get so far out, paddle so far out. Guess what? He jump on. Right.
That's just like the scorpion and the frog story.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just like the scorpion and the frog story. Yeah,
That's what it is. It's like, I mean, and that's what we fight. I mean,
fight every day.
every day, I mean, till the day we die. I mean, we could act like it's all, no, we have to fight as well. I mean, everybody does.
But that's the beauty of life, though.
Right.
That's the beauty of it. You got the opportunity as a human being to have your own free will. Ain't no other species out here on this planet got that but us.
Right.
No animal. We're
Right.
animals.
Mhm.
Be technical about it. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody else. That's the beauty of life, man.
You said that though. You said earlier about survival of the fittest when you said that. I mean but that's what. And see that you can attest this a little bit more than I probably could because the street is like that as well, right? Survival of the fittest, right? And it ain't always the mightiest, right? Right? It's not always.
It's not always the mighty.
Right.
It's all. But one thing I love about Dick Gregory, he said one thing about that light when it comes, it snap the darkness right out. Cause love will be outweigh everything, man.
Right.
That's what's happening right now. The
So-
love everywhere is spreading through not this through all over, man. It's just happening, man. You don't even know it, man.
So Lorenzo Anderson now.
Yeah.
How was that quote unquote street? How was that being taken? I mean, not how is that being taken as? Because people was toots. But I mean, do we correct them or do we just let them go?
I just let them say it.
Of course,
Yeah, like-
because that's not even though they see it.
Yeah.
That ain't even you once you start
But
talking, right?
Nah, but individual, you still can call me Toots because that's who you know me by, But once I meet an individual, Lorenzo Anderson, but you still gonna know me as Toots, but I'm Lorenzo Anderson. Yeah, be like, damn, this nigga the
Have
champ.
respect.
Put on the he put on the show, but I ain't putting on the show because. And I ain't, man, I'm rocking standing. I'm living like Jack Reacher out here. All my money going to. You feel what I'm saying? Man, my core people around me, my friends that I hang around with, they know it too, I'm living like Jack Reacher for real. Like,
I mean, and are we able to? Because I'm gonna ask you this. So, if and the Bible talks about, how people say, only God can judge you. That's not correct. I mean, not all correct. Because I mean, people that are saved can't check other people. What I mean by check is, if I love you, I'm gonna talk to you. How do you do your children? If you love them. Now, if you didn't love them and you let them do everything, then you really love them. That's not a question. I'm not that's not a judgment on me at all. Right. And you just said it. Now, can we? Does Lorenzo give that? Does Lorenzo give that? Right. Okay. I like that.
Give it and take it. I mean, you gotta see one thing about life, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I read a book by Huey P. Newton, you know what I'm saying? He said, when I went to China, I studied Chinese. This is what makes China so great. They pay people to come in and give constructive criticism. They want you to come poke holes in it so they can make it better. Find the flaws in me so I can become better, so I can fix those flaws. That's all constructive criticism is.
Right.
It's fixing the flaws that you think you don't have, but you have. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It took me a while to learn that. But that's where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying?
So tell me about, I'm just going to sound off the ball because it's going to be back off, but HVAC. So you say you had a certificate, but were you ready? I know about the street, but I'm saying about that part. But were you ready when you had that certificate to where you are now, which you're going to go do a job you told me right after this?
I still ain't ready. But you got to get in there and do it.
Right.
Man, you can't fear the unknown.
Right.
You can't be uncomfortable. That's what the bad thing about life. You got to walk with the you can't mask your pain. You got to walk with it and walk in it, the darkness.
I mean, I like that. I mean, I get you. I do get you. I mean,
No matter what we got going on in life, there's somebody out there 10 times going through something 10 times worse than us, or something that's 10 times harder than that. Man, let's get in there and do it. If it ain't gonna kill you,
right. You're right.
All you gonna do is learn something new.
But that's it.
A new experience you got under your belt.
So
you feel what I'm saying?
So let me ask you: so do you have your own HVAC?
No, I ain't got my own company.
Are you going to?
No.
Okay, well, the entrepreneur part, that's what
I'm a philanthropist.
Okay, there we go. Well, that's great. I think that's good. What is that? Anyway, now I'm your son again. Tell me what that is. I know. Tell me. I think I know.
A philanthropist.
Okay.
Basically, a philanthropist is where basically I'm gonna go in and invest in communities and rebuild communities.
Wow.
Build up nonprofit. I already got me and ChatGPT set my nonprofits up already. I haven't legalized them, and I'm not going to tell you the name of them, but I have them set up the foundation of my nonprofits up. So when my digital assets take off, I'm gonna influx. I'm gonna take 20%. My digital assets wealth and invest it into this community of West Virginia, and I'm gonna set them up on smart contracts and decentralized finance. These communities.
That's deep.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
deep. What is that? But that's. I mean, that's philanthropy all
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, but that's also you backing the things you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I already got it all set up.
Well,
Just wait. So as soon as the day happened, I'm to the lawyer's office and pay. It was like me and my buddy was talking about this the other day. Me and my guy Eagle was talking about this having a paperwork party. So when we become wealthy, we want to just go to the lawyer's office for a whole day, signing paperwork, setting up trust, setting up these things.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
What you envision.
Yeah.
I mean that's powerful.
Yeah.
I mean that's powerful. I mean that.
And wait till you hear the name of my company, you're gonna be like, dang, like, cause it all.
Well, you ain't dropping it on here, so.
No, I know. This know it goes to like it goes with the prison to blockchain narrative.
That's good. I mean that's good. I mean that's good.
Like I'm sticking to that narrative because that's who I am, you know.
But that's it. I mean, but that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Really, it's not. I mean, that I like to hear that. I mean, look, it's coming deep down, right?
Mm-hmm.
From that kid on the street, right? Yeah. Or chose the street, shooting from the street, chose.
I chose the street.
To give up the street to help, and then become philanthropists. I mean, that's the great thing as well.
Mm-hmm. Because one thing about our community, we lack in resources, we lack in infrastructure, we lack in everything around here. Education.
Right.
If a person could put an influx of cash into these communities, we can thrive again. Once Beckley was great with how we grew up.
And that's great. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said, because sometimes we miss that, right? We just had someone on here last Thursday actually. Mm-hmm. Was talking about the voting process and things of that nature. Not really getting into that, but just didn't know how much a small pocket is what he had said of people could rule if others don't pitch in and do what they need to do. I think it's the same thing in the community. Like you were saying, go ahead. I want you to talk.
You're right. No.
I want you to talk.
You know one thing about a community, right? We need more reaction. We do enough planning. Where's the activity? We ain't doing no activity.
You're right.
We ain't out in the streets. We do too much talking and complaining. All right, what's the solution?
There we go.
This blockchain technology is the solution. That's the solution to save our community. Blockchain technology, because it's going to take the fraud out. It's going to keep everybody honest.
I mean, I think that's why, like I said, I'm not, that's why I would want to have you on there to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that might be a lane that someone might want to try, you know what I mean, or whatever. Look into it at least.
Yeah.
I think so. If we don't, like you said, about eyes open, a lot of that is the information, getting it out there for people to understand. And then maybe they can look into it as well.
I was at Jim Justice's daughter's house a few weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. I was talking about this stuff. I said, I'm the black Jim Justice of West Virginia, right? For real, that's how I talk. That's how I talk. I'm like, yeah, I'm a crypto billionaire. You know what I'm saying? She's like, dang, that's my dad over at a conference right now studying cryptocurrency. I said, he ain't got to learn from them. Come learn from me for $9.99. So I put myself everywhere I go.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, by any means.
I made a millionaire fire his account. So I ain't making.
Right. So when you say this ebook, right?
Yeah.
So you created. I mean,
I created my ebook with ChatGPT.
Okay. All right. Because we had a book writer too. Chad has written a book, a couple books. Yeah, he's written fiction.
Yeah. But one thing with ChatGPT, these are tools now. We got to use these tools to our advantage. You know what I'm saying? You can't get overbearing with it like money. You know, I would say money is the root of all evil, right. But for the love of money.
Right.
But for the love of these tools, you know, so right. You can't overuse them and let them control our lives, but we got to use them to, that fine medium, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't new technology. This old technology.
Right. I got you.
It just ain't nothing new under the sun.
Right. You like book and click ass. Yeah, you like it, but you're right.
It's the metaphor. Giving us the game.
You're right. I mean, I think it's a lot of times.
I got the magic glasses on, baby. I'm telling you, I can't unsee it.
See, and I think that's so. Really, when you say nothing new under the sun, really, just getting back. That's why I said the context of going back to the history of it, right? Right. I mean, we have to get the knowledge we need in order to decipher what you're giving us as well, and also what the sites that you told us to go to.
Yeah.
To look at things up. That's what that's what matters.
Yes,
I really do believe that. I mean, one of those things that we talk about, even on here, Collective Conversations, your plug your things again, the TikTok stuff. Like I like to hear you, like you run them down.
Well, my TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok and then.
I just be on TikTok, because I feel like I got a better following on TikTok,
Okay.
because you feel like your community, like Facebook and Instagram, that's more of my close community. I feel like I wouldn't get as much love if I could through TikTok. And that's what other people feel the same way because you meeting strangers. And I created a nice little circle on TikTok, a great community.
Good. Now, what's your tag on?
Prison to blockchain.
That's right. You keep saying that too. That's great. That's
Prison
great.
to blockchain. That's me. That's my public company.
Okay. Good deal.
Prison to blockchain.
Good deal.
Cause I'm coming from prison, going to the blockchain.
Right. I mean, I understand that. I mean, I think that's good. But I mean, that was inspired by you, right? And you're gonna. I mean, like you said, you don't know what your nonprofit gonna be. You ain't gonna.
No, I ain't gonna
So that's fine. I mean, I get that, but the fact that you're trying to move toward, because that's some collectives a nonprofit as well. Yes, a nonprofit. So I mean, it's just so that's why it's good to have you on, to hear some of those things. You know what I mean, and understand. I mean, I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. That's why I don't. Like I said, I have a board that helps me. I'm not on. I mean, I can't do this all. You get that. I mean, some of the stuff.
I've been fortunate enough. Like God has been putting people in my life. You don't even know this. I get on TikTok and talk about these things, and then and people just start following me and just be wanting to help me. You know what I mean? Because I'm just for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's become a collective thing.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't just me. I'm not.
You keep saying that, and that's why keep saying collective. And that's exactly what this is. It's not something where just under my umbrella, under your. You know what I mean? No, it's under all umbrella, right?
Yeah.
Collectively, why? Because collective, when you have a collective, people like us, we have unity now, right? Because we're on the same. We're on the same wavelength as far as what we're talking about. But that doesn't mean we all agree. But then again, that doesn't mean we all can't respect you. Or I can't respect him.
Yeah.
And we had talked about that as well. I mean, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Because opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one.
Very well. I mean, I guess you have to put it in that way. I guess you do. I mean, you're right. It's facts.
That's facts right there. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, that's why I told you before we came on about our opinions and things like that. Fact-based things, I mean, is the way to go, because if you go the other way, you can be deceived, right or wrong. Now, real quick before we wrap up, tell me a little bit about that. Tell me a little bit how to definitely how to navigate someone that's kind of with the digital assets, right? Who's kind of lining up for you to go with them, or line their pockets up, but not and I'm not talking about selling you. I'm talking about what I mean.
If a person is just basically telling you to invest in them, come buy this token or come buy that token, like you got to just use your discernment on these things. You know what I'm saying? If a person not telling you to do your research, I'm telling you to do your research. Go look up ISO 222. Go watch a video on blockchain technology, because the information is out here for yourself. That's how I learned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm only for the $9.99 for a person like me. I'm all my information, that all of the mistakes I done made already. I'm just gonna point you in the right direction. Hey, go look at this ecosystem. Okay, go look at this ecosystem. Go look at that ecosystem. Download this wallet. Download that wallet. Let me show you how to work this wallet. Let me show you how to work that wallet. That's all I do. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want nothing from you after you give me $9.99, but you got guys out here that give me $400-$500 for this, give me $400-$500 for that. That's what you need to stay away from. Go invest in this project. This project doing this. They ain't telling you what the project is good for. You know what I'm saying? You want to go do your research and see what the project is, see what this ecosystem is doing, seeing the partnership that it's making. What is this ecosystem about? If they're not teaching you that, something wrong with it. That's why I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna know what blockchain is, because this is ancestral for me. My great grandfather walked from Virginia to West Virginia. He was born in 1872, died in 1974. You know what I'm saying? US 19 took out my great grandmother's gravesite. You know what I'm saying? Going up to the US 19 through Fed Camp. You know what I'm saying? So this is all ancestral for me while I'm back here in West Virginia to do these things. Why I got these digital assets. Why I take $10, $20, $30, the money I go make today installing this HVAC unit. I'm gonna pay a couple of debts, and the rest of it going into digital assets. I'm gonna have like $50 to my name after I go buy my groceries. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
For the rest of the week to next Thursday.
Right.
Because this is what I believe in.
That's good. I mean, I think that's a great thing.
You know,
I mean, to have that drive. I mean, but you still have a plan.
Yeah.
You got to have a plan.
I'm a purpose-driven man. If you ain't got no purpose in life or believe in nothing, where are you gonna go? Yeah, I don't care what it is, whatever you believe in, just stand 10 toes down on it and believe in it and achieve it. Set you some goals. You know what I'm saying? Do something with yourself. Have you some discipline. Get up in the morning. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. Shit. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
but I mean, but those are the things that we speak about. It's like getting up and having that drive, having that plan. In order to go to kind of get through the day, and then one day stacks up to another day, right? I mean, that's how it is. I mean, that's what you. I mean, really. I mean, so got your nonprofit going to start. I mean, come up soon, and so that's going to be your thing. In fact, going to be a thing of the past.
No, no, it's gonna be a thing of the past. It's gonna be basically that's gonna something with my tinkering.
Okay, because you got to fix that.
I fix my own.
Yes, that's right. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's it. That,
But I'm gonna start a class though. I'm gonna have HVAC classes. I'm gonna have welding classes. I'm gonna have plumbing classes, electrician classes.
get back to the old.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
That's declining.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. You know what I'm saying? Get into smart contract classes, Web3 development classes, gaming classes. I want to bring these classes to the community.
That's great.
Because so we're moving. You can look up this article on Forbes about social commerce.
Right.
AI, ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, but TikTok is the new QVC and HSN. HSN is what, Home Shopping Network? QVC, I forget the acronym for that, but you know something. But that's what Forbes said, not me.
Right. Of course.
You feel what I'm saying? You can look it up. Social commerce and Forbes article.
Right.
They talking about TikTok. It's the new place to sell all your goods because this is where the world moving. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I didn't. Because I was like TikTok, they buying stuff off of there, but you're right now. I see it, but see, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little behind when it comes to that because, like I said, I don't really dive into it.
But the world moving fast and people just not paying attention. We stuck in an old way of doing things. People say, "Oh, the rapture coming." No, it's a rapture of the mind. A rapture, the world changing, but it's the changing of the guard, the changing of the way we do things financially, the changing of the do things that we live. Because you can look on the World Economic Forum website, right? You can go look up World Economic Forum, and you can see the jobs that are leaving and the jobs that are coming. You feel what I'm saying? It's more jobs, it's less jobs leaving than it is coming back. We got more jobs coming back than we do leaving. How many people y'all think gonna work at that Amazon warehouse? Hypothetically, give me a number. Just give me a guess.
About 50.
Probably it's about right. 70 people gonna work out there because it's gonna be automated.
So I mean, that's
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you think they're running all that electrical. We got Elliott around here. So see them Elliott trucks? That's electrical trucks.
Yeah.
They upgrading the electrical system.
Yeah.
You gotta pay attention to this stuff, man.
What, I'm gonna get. Where do you get these glasses?
You want me to tell you where you get these glasses? I'm gonna tell you where you get these glasses at. Practice semen retention. Practice semen retention. Don't be hypersexual. Because I can show you some stuff that'll blow your mind. Because when you practice semen retention, that's when you open up your third eye, taking it back to the Kundalini. You opening up all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hungry. You said Kundalini. I'm just joking, but I get what you're saying. I mean, I really do. I
thought it was some bull crap.
So I practice. See, but I'm wrapping. I mean, we're gonna wrap this up. But here's the thing, though. Before we wrap this up, I want to commend you for coming on.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I want to thank you for your time. I really do. We really value your time, your knowledge, right? I mean, like I said before, you opened our eyes that we have right here, our little feeble eyes we have right here, but you open them up. And like I said before, and I think, I wish the best for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. I wish the best for you. I mean,
I'm glad to be here. You don't even know how. Then to be honest, like, I'm ecstatic for real.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
ecstatic.
No, but it wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah,
I mean, really it is. I mean, people like yourself, like I said, for willing to come on, right? Be honest, right? And also, give them some knowledge that we didn't know about, and have the courage in order to do that. So I want to thank you for that.
This is just the first.
That's it. We'll do it again.
This is the first.
Against Mr. Anderson, but we do have a credit class coming up because we still in the old days a little bit. We have a credit class coming up this Saturday. He's invited to it too. I mean, but anyone. I mean, really, because like I said, I love the fact what he said. Really, we need to get up to speed. But those who haven't, Freedom Murphy will be having a credit class here at 9:00, 345 Prince Street on Saturday. We got a lot of stuff going on Saturday as well. So we got that from 9 until. But we also have Hood and Jeans Drive. We have going on from 1 to 4. That's here. We're gonna have some chili up here. So come up and see what we have. If you need. I mean, seriously, I mean, just come up. Bring somebody. I mean, if they're in need as well. We're just trying to spread the love, really. And like I said, for just definitely, something that it's a season of sharing is what it's called, and that's definitely what we need to be doing as well. I mean, even Mr. Anderson talked about it as well in the community and start, opening it up and sharing as well. So we have that going on, and there is something we're participating in on that Saturday as well. It's from 11 to 2, and it's Project Hope. It's going to be a community resource event. It's going to be at Shoemaker Square, which is right uptown, right there by the fountain. So you can come up there. Like I said, it'll be a lot of people up there definitely with some recovery things. We got family options, Valtrex, FMRS, One Voice, Job for Hope, Celebrate Recovery, Seed Sowers, and of course the Summit Collective will be up there as well. So come up here and if you have someone suffering, get some resource for them, because that's another reason. That's why I was glad. That you know she called me. Mrs. Moore called me because we needed this. We need these things, and definitely to have these things going on, and definitely, and also like I said, for Project Hope is also from Heart of God Ministries. Bishop Fred T. Sims, which a pastor, definitely somebody that's has done a lot of great things in the community, and I want to commend him. And like I said, for anything we can do, in this, and definitely to help, we will. So and also lastly, we have a Next Level. We've partnered with them for a trunk or treat celebration down on October 29th at 6:30, and that's at Granby Circle, old School for Harmony down in Beaver. Shannon Ross and Isaiah Valentine, they're owners of this training center. They want to show you their training centers, and we're going to help them go down and celebrate Halloween, like I said, and do some fun things. Like I said, those aren't in Halloween, I get it, but like I said, for the kids, we'll put on a good thing. But this ends, some, Collective Foundations, Collective Conversations for the day. But like I said, thank you for tuning in, following, like us, right? So we can get more content. Also, comment if you want some, to have someone on. Let's get in contact with them. I'll sit down and talk with them or whatever, and then, on the phone or whatever I need to do. Have great guests on, like Mr. Anderson. Like I said, thank you again. Like I said, we'll have you on again.
Yes, sir.
You get to that next level. We get to that next level. We're gonna read up on some of this stuff. Then we're gonna come back and shoot it. Shoot it to you.
One thing I say, like, once you read on it, and like we can really start like having classes, and we can start teaching people stuff in the community. I wouldn't like people around here. That's why I moved home, to help people.
There you go.
It ain't about me.
That's it.
Give us fast food money. It don't take a lot of money to invest in a digital asset.
Let's do it.
People spending money on a bottle in a bag, McDonald's or anything. Spend that money every day. Why not take a little bit and put it into digital assets?
There you go. All right, we want to thank you all.
Thank you
See you
very
again.
much.
Thank you, guys.
So, oh man, good one.
Yeah, I like it.
Good one.
My first one. I ain't and listen, sounds like TikTok, like I feel like that's the first. That was the first of the first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
First to meet you, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch.
Nice to meet you. I'm Vince Anderson.
I would like to come in.
I'm telling you, I should look into that stuff. Yeah.
We'll get a picture real quick if you don't mind. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Come on.
No, you in the picture. You in the
I'm ready.
We're gonna do it over here though.
Okay.
We're gonna get by the door.
I ain't know where we're going.
Yeah, then somebody can take it. Come on in, Jay. We can get there.